wasn't me.
Oh, nice.
But yeah.
How are we doing? Good, thanks.
I did start now on my way over here, so sorry.
Okay, no, we're out.
Hi, Jay.
No, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Excuse me.
Hello, Mr. J.
Hey, how are you, AC?
Crazy. It's been crazy. Nothing but fires.
How are those dogs of yours?
Oh, can you see them? This is my $5 Habitat for Humanity fine. They love it. They stare out the window at the squirrels and the bunnies.
Nice to have a mascot.
Is everybody ready for 80 degrees tomorrow?
That's nice after 30.
How are you, Liliana?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Yeah, I've been busy. So, yeah.
How's Richard doing?
Good, he's in Honduras right now. I believe finishing something with BU.
Nice.
Yeah. And then he'll be back at the end of the month.
Great.
Hi, I'm sorry. Hey, nice to see you. What's up? Almost forgot what I look like.
No, never, no. I'm glad you're here. Everyone's here. How's it going?
Good.
Hey, Meg. Hi. All right.
Hey,
It's Jake, sorry.
how are you, Victoria?
JJ. Good, how are you?
Thanks.
Thanks so much, Cynthia, for printing all this stuff out. How's it going, Jake? Good, good. Muggy out there. Ugh. It's gross. It's gross. It's gross.
After like 4 straight weeks of nice dry.
I know, we needed the
Well-
rain.
I was just saying, is everyone ready? Tomorrow's gonna be 80 tomorrow.
Every
Can
now
you
and
hear
then.
me at all?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Born and raised in Dominican Republic, but I'm used to it.
Oh, yeah, you are. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're good, right?
That's it?
Awesome. All right, let's, let me just make sure. All right, sorry.
All right, so first item on the agenda is the minutes for approval from the last meeting in August. Maybe just take a moment to look those over, make sure everything looks okay. And when you're ready, we'll take a motion to approve them.
Second.
All right, all in favor of accepting the minutes as is? Aye. All right, great.
So just to confirm, we should also have these on according to the
Well,
recordings?
that's what I
Yeah,
noticed,
okay,
yeah.
yeah, so we'll turn these on as well.
For the
Just,
recording.
yeah.
Oh, it's for the recording and not
Yeah.
the, oh, that makes sense. All right, let's give you one.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, so the next item is Chris Sullivan, but unless he's on Zoom.
I haven't heard anything from him today.
Okay. Oh, okay, Catherine
So maybe
said
he's just running late. Yeah,
totally fine.
it was arranged, so I don't know.
Yep. All right, well, we will have him present when he gets here, and we'll move on to the next item. So the next item is to discuss the criteria for initiatives framework. So that is presented on the first page of the packet as just kind of like a rough table. It lives in the follow-up / agenda Google Drive document, as a tab in there too, if you ever want to refer to it. This was actually, kind of initiated by Mary. I thought it was a really great idea. And it's, sort of giving us some framework to either think about when we're taking on a new idea or a new initiative, to just make sure that it fits within certain goals, and just gives us some questions that we want to ask when considering taking on a new initiative. So these are up for discussion, and we can edit or add as we see fit. And thoughts are welcome.
You're talking about these questions for thought?
Some questions for thought. So yeah, so this is, these are some questions that we would want to ask ourselves whenever we're thinking about taking on a new idea. So we could think of, so we can actually talk about the next agenda item, like as an example for this, right? So the next agenda item is to discuss the advancement of climate education in Lowell Public Schools, as well as the climate change competition, which Jay will present in a little bit. But while we're kind of considering things like that, we can think about it, like, is it moving us towards our shared vision? Some of these will or will not apply, but theory of change would be like, you know, do we want to encourage a relationship with the Sustainability Council and the Lowell High School in the interest of civic engagement and engaging the youths? So yeah, we can add to these, if anybody wants to, and.
I mean, I think this is a great start. And I think they're keeping it concise, I think, is going to be better than having, like a plethora of more questions. I think it kind of, if you can't answer it in, the 5 questions, it might not be a great, there might need some time to rethink. So I think this is good.
Agreed.
And this kind of just hits every point, especially to Lowell, like Lowell specific. And I like the replicable, scalable part.
Yeah.
That's a really important one. And you're seeing that a lot more today in grants through the state, is there's a whole section now on, like, if the project you're working on can be replicated in other areas. So I think that is in line with the state targets.
Yeah.
Looks good to me.
All right. So, unless there's further discussion, I guess we would, I don't know if we need to like vote to adopt these, or maybe someone could make a motion to, let's do it. So can someone make a motion, I guess, to, adopt these, this framework as we think about future initiatives?
I'll make a motion to adopt the criteria for initiatives framework.
I'll second that motion.
Great, all in favor for adopting these criteria for initiatives?
Aye.
I'm muted, I'm sorry. I was gonna say, can we add to that motion that it's a living document, so, you know, as we adopt it, it's, you know, changeable, or we can add on as we move forward.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, are we okay with adding
Yeah.
that language?
Yes.
Yes. All right, so all in favor of that? as a
Aye.
living document? Great, great. All right, so let's move on to the next item. This is, so, Billy and Jay, I sort of kind of melded both of your ideas together. Billy, you wanted to talk about engaging, Lowell Public Schools in climate education, and then Jay actually had a very concrete way to do that already, which is the climate change competition. So, Jay, did you want to talk a little bit about the climate change competition?
Of course.
I don't really have anything formal, so I was just gonna kind of open it up to discussion, so I think.
Well, while we're talking about it, the educational piece, the curriculum piece has been something that I've spent a little time with through the Youth and Climate Change Action Group. And there's been an exchange between the school committee and some of the school administration. So there's a dialogue going on there, but it's not developed to a point where I think we can really talk about it here at the council. But just to make that footnote, that's sort of an ongoing thing. In terms of the competition, I'd love to speak to that if I could.
I can try to bring up the presentation too.
I have it on my phone, but yeah,
You do?
yeah.
Okay, I'll try to bring it up,
It's in the email from,
I'm just trying to get on the Zoom call, and then I can try to share my screen.
Thursday,
Trying to block it out. You?
Thursday's email,
Does.
actually,
Oops.
So,
yesterday's email that I sent to you. There's several attachments, and the attachment that I would present, if I could, would be the showcase, which I'll show you what it looks like here on my phone. It's just some slides of different applications of climate change. So there's hotter temperatures, more severe storms, increased drought, a warming, rising ocean, some great graphics here. Loss of species, not enough food, more health risks, and finally, poverty and displacement. Those are the 8, I think they are, main frameworks of climate change. And so what we would do as part of the Youth and Climate Change Action Group was to go to settings and school systems and talk about climate change and the need for better education about what's happening. And through that process, we did a survey. We polled Lowell High School students, and 8th grade through 12th grade. We had 1,400 responses, so it was a very robust effort and response back from students.
1,400?
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah, we were very, very excited about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But what we learned was that climate change to students is really all about pollution and litter and cleaning up neighborhoods. There was really almost no discussion about greenhouse gas emissions or any of the fundamentals that I think everyone at this table think about when they think about climate change. So we decided, if we could, we'd like to increase awareness. And the way that we approached that was we designed a competition, and we instituted it at the school, and ultimately gave awards out to 4 different groups. Actually, 1 group and 3 individuals. So it was a very successful outreach, and that's how I look at it, as an outreach and a sort of a force multiplier, getting people exposed to the idea of what climate change really is and what we can do about it, and to kind of promote the positive aspects. Yes, there are things that we can do. What I present to the council is the opportunity to pick up the mantle and champion the program going forward. It's not, it doesn't run itself, and the Youth and Climate Change Action Group is disbanding, and so if the competition is to survive, it would have to have someone to push it forward. And so I looked at the, I created a work step schedule, and
Thank you, Jay.
yeah, of course. It's a 10-step process, and I think it can be done over the course of a year. I've got this at a 6-month period, but, you know, it could be stretched out to whatever's comfortable for the council, and it would involve the 10 steps. I'll discuss them in a moment. And I added up all the hours that I thought would go into each individual step, and I came out to 30 hours the first year and 20 hours the second year, because obviously you run through something twice and you kind of start to get it, like doing the summit, right? The summit's a lot easier now than it was a few years ago. Now, especially now that Michaela is under the chairmanship. It's,
No.
you know, it's like
Easier.
water off a bridge. What I'm asking for is investment in this competition, taking the idea that getting students access to information and helping them do outreach to other students is a positive that should not be, we shouldn't allow it to just fade away. It's something that has value, it's been built up, it's established, and I think it would be awesome if we could find a way to keep it going. If we don't do the competition, we have $11,300 in our coffers. We're going to turn that over to the J. Linehan and the foundation, the Greater Lowell Community Foundation. So that'll fund a scholarship, which would be nice, but a scholarship doesn't reach the kind of numbers of individuals that a competition would. So that's why I'm here tonight. So let me just quickly run through these 10 steps, and then I'll take any questions.
And I've got your slides up too, Jay, if you
Oh, great.
wanted.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, so that makes it a little more lively. So this is the presentation that we did at a showcase for LEADS. LEADS was a program run through, was kind of a Harvard University program, leaders engaged and activated to create dynamic system-wide change. And it was a terrific program. We learned a ton. I put this program for Youth and Climate Change Action together with two really dynamic individuals, Anthony Nana, he's an architect in town, and Jane Calvin from the Lowell Conservation Trust. Two dynamos, they're just really powerful thinkers and forward movers. So this was the presentation. You can just run through the slides while I talk if you don't mind. So first step, select a date. Okay, so at a meeting like this, or even a subcommittee meeting, if there's a subcommittee assigned to the task, a date would be established. Promote the competition. That's a little more work, right? That involves reaching out to some media, the Lowell Sun, the Facebook page, Instagram, a couple of other, whatever makes sense. So that I see as occupying month 2 and 3. So not a heavy lift. Then check with the Lowell Public Schools. I've already reached out to Onita, Dr. Foxroy, and I expect to have a conversation with her science coordinator shortly. But obviously what happens tonight will be a big part of that. So you would check in with the schools in month 1 and say, hey, look, we're getting ready to do this in another 3 months, just to let you know. And then in month 4, the competition would be initiated. So that would be handed over to the schools. You'd issue a resource guide. We have right now a 16-page resource guide that was put together by 2 different interns that we worked with. So phenomenal research. They did a wonderful job, but it's 3 years old. It would be great to update that resource guide. So that's my step 10, but I'm jumping ahead. So we issue the resource guide, we notify media, we invite the media to the summit, and then step 7, accept and review the entries. So that would take probably a subcommittee meeting to gather a few people together and look over what has come in as a competition entry. And it's all electronic. There's not a lot of paperwork involved, but it's not without work. I don't want to undersell, or I don't want to pretend that it's not work. There's work to do. And then accept and review entries, select the winners at the same night, and then honor the winners and participants at the summit or at city council. I think it can be both and, either or, whatever the council's comfortable with, whatever seems to make sense at the time. We both honored recipients at the summit, and we then honored them at a city council meeting, which gets on television. It gets a little more outreach out to the community. So those possibilities are up to the council. And then finally, over the course of the rest of the 6-month period, if you wanted to bring an intern on or somebody take advantage of updating the resource guide, that would be ideal. And again, I don't think that's a heavy lift. It's some research on Google, essentially, and whatever informational sources you're comfortable with, putting together just a better, more improved resource guide for the next time. And so that is the 10-step that's the 10-step program. I'm here because I think it has value. I think our students, I think they deserve to have this information available. I think if we're going to make any solutions possible down the road, they're going to do it, right? It's not going to be old folks like me. It's going to be people that have energy and drive and vision. So, any questions?
AC has a question, and then I have a question.
Wanna go
Jay.
ahead? Oh.
Oh, no, I was just,
Oh, Anna?
It's not really a question, it was to add to your point about, the pollution. California did a study in 2018, I'm looking for a link and I can't find it, and I can't remember, but they found that if they marketed or changed the framework of gas emissions and climate change to stop polluting, they found increased support across the board, including Republicans. So, I'm sorry I had a stroke, so my mouth is a little slow still.
Oh, gosh. I didn't know
Oh, you okay?
that. Yeah, you good.
It's not a big deal. I'll adapt right back. It's just, I'm just slower than normal.
You sound
But
great.
I found that interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
I think you bring up a good point where it is sometimes it is overcomplication of material, and the way you can frame it is good. And I think going through this, I think this is excellent. So I appreciate you presenting this and hearing from students on how they, and I'm sure you have data on this already, how they want to learn about it, and like some of the gaps that they have, I think is going to be ideal, because people like us are going to know a little bit more information than a high school student, where they're going to be getting their information solely. And I just wanted to add, when you mentioned intern, funding is always a big thing with this. UMass Lowell, if you're unfamiliar with already, provides what's called an immersive scholars scholarship. Immersive Scholars. Now, it's a scholarship that they get upon admission. So you get it your freshman year, and it's to fund either study abroad or research opportunity. If this can be framed as a research opportunity, and I'm not sure if it can be done with outside the university, but I believe it can. And if it can't, I have a second solution, so hang tight. But it's $4,000. I was a recipient. I used it for studying abroad, but you can use it for research. It'd be great to reach out to that department, and I can give you their contact to see if this is an opportunity. If that is not an opportunity to do it externally, the Maloney Fellowship is a scholarship students can apply for. I received it, but I didn't need it because my internship was paid. But it's for unpaid internships. So you could market this as an unpaid internship and tell UMass Lowell students to apply for this scholarship. It's $4,000. It's a stipend. They get it on an hourly basis until it hits $4,000. That's an option. So you could have a student work over the summer, really develop this framework, And this can be a rolling, it's a different intern every time, where the same intern can get it. And then if it's great, if we can find funding sources to keep them, that's another opportunity. But if you get a UMass Lowell student to really work with the high schoolers, that's gonna be great.
And that's an additional $4,000 additional source.
So if they say they did an immersive scholars and they wanted to continue, and we were able to use that immersive scholars money, they could apply again.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah, so UMass Lowell offers a lot, and I'm sure that some students would take an unpaid internship, because you can work with the department to have this be for credit.
That's a piece that I probably glossed over in terms of the funding.
Yeah.
We have 11,300. We're gonna spend some of that this year, just transitioning from the Youth and Climate Change Action to whatever, to the community fund. And I think with 10 or 11,000 left over, our hope is that at 4% or 5%, we should have $400 or $500 a year to work with to fund the scholarships. Not a huge scholarship, but it's something that would be in perpetuity. And if
Yeah.
it's every 2 years, as I think you were talking about possibly, Michaela,
Yeah.
then, it could be twice that.
And I think students would jump at that opportunity, even if it was unpaid and we worked an arrangement with, say, the department I was a part of, which was Earth, Environmental, and Atmospheric Sciences, to have this be for credit, where they can get 3 credits, it's a semester's worth of activity. This is over 6 months. They would be able to do that, and then if they wish to continue into those 6 months, we can figure that out.
Sounds great.
Yeah. Or if they're even part of the.
I'd be very happy to help coordinate and do that transition.
Yeah, I have plenty of contacts.
Is that
Yeah.
terrific? Bill, what's your last name?
LaFave.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's not spelt like it sounds. So.
Yeah, you're on the same email, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just gotta get close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Questions? Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
No, that's
Thank you,
great.
thank you, Jay.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
So to come out of that, if we decide that this is something that we want to do, the motion, I think, would be to, proceed with that, and then I think the school committee's meeting tomorrow. So their motion would be to request Lowell Public Schools, under the guidance of the superintendent, to collaborate with the Lowell Sustainability Council to develop an annual environmental impact competition for middle and high school students that would result in monetary awards and recognition for outstanding student projects. So if we want to move forward, yep.
I was just before that, I wanted to add to that. I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with Juliet Varga from the university. She's one of the climate scientists. She has a class called Climate Change Solutions Communication, I believe. And the final project in that class is to develop a plan to reduce 10,000 pounds of carbon in 10 weeks. I could see this as a collaboration event to help guide students on these projects. That's just high level, like something that if students are having a tough time figuring this out, it could be a cool collaboration event.
Yeah, maybe like share like past solution,
Projects,
past
because they also
projects,
get
yeah.
awards, like the top 3 get awarded
That's
with
cool.
something, so, not to add complexity, but
No, that's really cool.
just thinking out loud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it can kind of connect the two. Does anybody want to take a moment to read a little bit more about, wait a second. I thought I included, oh yeah, so there's a few things in the packet, related to this. So it starts with the logo that says Lowell Sustainability Council Summer 2022 Student Climate Change Competition.
I think most of these are just definitions, but yeah, this looks good.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing here is that it's some work, and we are a volunteer-based council. So does someone want to maybe take a lead, and then we could take the lead on this, and then we could maybe work on it as the year goes? It's a question of, do we want to take on this? It's very exciting. It's work, and it's fun work. So. something to consider.
If the council would be more comfortable, I can leave. That's, you know, whatever is the will of the council, I'm happy to go
We're
on.
all transparent here.
Okay, all right. I didn't expect you to
It's not like
badmouth me.
we're buying a house and ask the real estate agent to leave.
Fair enough.
Thank you, Jay, that was very
Of
nice.
course.
I'm happy to help connect people, but
Yeah.
at the moment, I'm a little stretched thin.
Okay.
So I find that in the future, I might be a little bit more free with this.
Okay,
I just started my master's and
it's a lot.
it's a lot right now. It's okay.
Yeah.
But I do want to help. I just don't know my availability
Yep.
right now. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Yep. I really don't want to say no to this, since there is, like, opportunity and, you know,
I think maybe even before one of us says this, is if we can arrange with the university to get a student who is not the lead, but doing a lot of that work, you know,
Yeah.
over a semester, I think it's a better place to like be talking to the correct people. We can help guide them, because realistically, one of us doing all of this doesn't seem feasible.
right, yeah.
So we all live very busy lives, and I think that it does require kind of a tertiary person to be here. We could maybe motion to move this forward and maybe start reaching out
Okay,
and like seeing the applicability of this, if that sounds good.
yeah, that sounds good to me. All right, so let's, so the motion would be to say yes to this, move it forward and kind of figure it out.
Very
Fly by the
specific.
seat of our pants?
Yeah.
It's like, this is like part of what we do, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and this is like what we want to engage more with high school students and middle school
Definitely.
students, like, I think it does a lot to promote civic engagement, which is very important for the
Uh-huh.
youngsters
Yeah,
the youngsters
I
to
know,
learn.
what a phrase.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. Just like get my pipe out, you know? But, my tobacco pipe. But
We knew what you meant.
yeah. So yeah, I would be in favor of that and like being one of the people that works on it, one of the people, not the lead.
Yes.
I can help a little bit with that as well.
Cool,
Mm-hmm.
cool.
I think if it's a team effort like this, and you know we're not all putting it on one person, I think it's going to be more than capable. Because
Yeah.
once you, like he was saying earlier, once you get the ball rolling with something, years to come are going to be a lot easier. So,
Okay,
yeah.
I just did a very
Very
broad brushed estimate of time,
Mhm.
because I estimate all the time. I think that,
you love a Gantt chart with time, I love it, and I do too.
and I think this is very conservative, but I'm guessing 23 to 37 hours a year, and that would include, that doesn't include an intern. If you can get an intern, that would be like less than half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not bad. No.
So, you know, 36, that's 3 hours a month, which, again, an intern could jump into quite a bit of that, I would think.
Especially if there's $4,000 in the line, there's going to be a lot more opportunity for them.
Yeah.
But it sounds like it's small, but when you work with a student's schedule and they can work 10 hours a week, it adds up. So,
Yep,
yeah, I think that sounds great, and I think, figuring out how to incorporate the university in this when you have full-time people working on these projects, I think is going to be really helpful. If we can be the entity that brings the idea to the table, helps direct and coordinate this, but not to say like put the work on other people, but a lot of these people are going to know how to do this more efficiently, and they're getting paid to do it, and if this is part of their job, we can get professors involved. I think it's going to become a lot more
yeah,
like off of our shoulders and produce a better product at the end of the day.
yeah, I think so too. It won't be us just scrambling to put something together. It'll be a dedicated person.
Maybe I'll get
Can we follow? Oh,
Oh, go ahead. No.
No, I was just gonna say, is that gonna be in the follow-ups? We can kind of keep our eye on it peripherally.
Yeah, I think we can make it an agenda item for the next meeting too, just so we're not
Yeah.
losing sight of what needs to be done and get the ball rolling on this.
I'll try to see if I can get Lori Whedon, who is the first person I'm thinking about this. She's probably gonna slap me to throw something on her desk again, but that's okay. She was my advisor, and she does a lot of campaigns at elementary schools.
Oh, really?
So I think she'd be a perfect person.
Cool.
So I'll see if she can attend either in person or virtually.
Okay.
Next meeting.
Great.
Yeah.
And Bill, if it makes any sense, I'd be very happy to be included in a whatever kind of dialogue with her.
Perfect. Yeah.
If you wanted that.
Yeah, I will. I'll CC you in an email. Yeah.
Okay.
Square that. Or
This is
forget.
great.
Yeah.
Okay, do we have a motion?
I motion to move this forward and chat about this in the future, and we will see how we can get the university involved.
All right. Do a second?
Second.
Perfect.
All right, all in favor?
Okay.
All right. Looks like we're all on board, guys, so this is great. So we'll talk more about it the next meeting. But for now, we are
And I'll see if I can get
We're
some
gonna do this.
examples.
awesome. Okay, so the next, we are doing great for time. We might end up finishing early, maybe not.
Michaela, before
More
you
time to
move
talk
on,
about Mark later.
just one little add-on.
Yeah,
I'll be talking with I'm being connected with Caitlin Urban, who's the science coordinator at Lowell High.
great.
And so I'll have some information from her as well. I'll forward that along. What I'll tell her, tell me if I'm getting this right, is that the Sustainability Council is seriously considering taking this on. They're going to talk about it again at their next meeting, but going forward, it looks like we have a way to continue this, and we're looking at some discussions with UML about bringing on an intern to help.
Yeah, I think we've decided to take this on. So you can tell
Oh,
her we're more
okay.
than considering.
Okay, great.
So,
That's
yeah, we're gonna
that's
do
really
it.
good
The
news.
feasibility stage.
Yes,
say.
yes. So thanks, Jay, for bringing this to us. and
Oh, my
thinking of
pleasure.
us
This is great.
To do this. Yeah, I remember the ideas that came out of the past few years from these competitions were really cool that the students brought, so it was really nice.
And I also think too, the university would want this because the sustainability major is quite small.
Oh, really?
Well, I was the second person to graduate, and I
Oh,
graduated
oh,
last
yeah,
year, so
okay,
it's
okay.
brand new. So they're trying to get more involvement, and I think showing students in Lowell that they can get this type of education down the street is really important. So I
Yeah.
think it's kind of a win-win for both. They're gonna like this as a free marketing
Yeah.
campaign in the same respect. But
And connecting this high school students with some of the people at
the
UML will be
faculty,
great.
yeah.
Yeah. So Jay, I'm assuming the connection with Lowell Public Schools is you connect with, you said Dr. Foxroy and then some other teachers specifically to kind of like promote this among their students.
Dr. Foxroy is introducing me to, I don't know if she's got a doctorate, but Caitlin Urban.
Yeah,
So
okay,
that's my next step, is to ensure that there's a willingness and a, you know, that this works at the school level.
okay.
I'm sure that it does. I've had conversations with Superintendent Skinner. He's been very supportive. He loves the idea, but obviously, it's not just up to him.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Does AC have a question?
Oh, sorry. Thanks.
It's not so much a question. I don't know if you're gonna move down to, item D. I was hoping before we move to the next item, if we can skip to new business really fast.
Sure, do you have to take off?
No, not so much that. It's just that it involves these particular bills and writing motions and letters.
Okay, yeah, I think we're actually, Ryan requested that we table these for the next meeting, the motions of support.
Okay.
But you're more
Oh.
than welcome to share something if you want in the new business section, when we come down to new business.
Okay,
Since we're not,
sounds good.
all right, cool.
And I was just gonna add something briefly on section C here, is I wanted to just put the idea in your heads. This is nothing formal. I didn't bring anything formal for this today, but down the line, I do wanna, focusing with students, I know it's not purely climate change, but it is sustainability, is focusing on some initiative with litter in the city. Especially I was noticing this summer, I noticed a bit of an uptick compared to last summer. I don't know why. But the top things I've been noticing is, and I'm sure everyone knows, is, trash receptacles are old. Some people's are broken and they're plastic. And when they're open, it's a windy city, blows everything around. There's a lot of just general miseducation on littering. I see it all the time. And if we're promoting ourselves as a, destination city, we're a tourist attraction, and you look into our canals, and we have these great canals, I walked by the one on Merrimack today, I'm sure you did too, and it's literally green. There's no water. It's all algae and trash. And, I'm crazy, and I just get crazy over that type of stuff, but I can imagine, people who come into the city, and unfortunately with a negative stereotype, and they see this, it doesn't help their perception, and it doesn't help the citizens feel good about their city. And I want to think of ways that we can help curb this through educational campaigns, but similarly through some type of challenge where we can get students on the ground, supply them with trash grabbers, any materials that they need. We did a similar effort when I helped run the sustainability, the Student Society for Sustainability at UMass Lowell, where we did a challenge where it's like we had an hour and you had a mile radius around where we were meeting on campus, and whoever can pick up the most trash wins this sustainable stationary set, something silly like that. But something along those lines, a little bit more scaled up. I just want to plant the seed in everyone's head so we can start thinking about this for the future. I think this would be a great thing for us to focus on come spring, when the weather is starting to get a little bit better. That's when we would do it, is understanding how we can get particularly high school students to be doing this, because I want them to know, don't pick up certain items and whatnot. We don't have to go down that list, but some type of event that we can help sponsor, support, run on just this, to get people's minds in this mindset, and why we shouldn't, understanding that, especially in cities like Lowell, when we have a viaduct such as the Merrimack River, that's going to go straight into the ocean. And understanding that connection and the systems thinking behind why there is litter, where the litter is going to go, and understanding some parameters around that. So I know I just threw a lot out there, but I just wanted to,
Can I say something? First of all, I live on Dutton Street, and I saw some event going on across the street. It was like 100, it seemed like 100 students. I don't know what it was.
Oh, was it the sustainability?
I don't know, but they were picking up trash.
Oh, okay.
maybe it was the litter crew.
No, it wasn't the litter crew, because I go with them. It's just, that's adults. They have some kids. No, this was at least 100
Oh, awesome.
students. I don't know what it was. I didn't
That's amazing.
think about it until you guys, so maybe there is something somewhere.
So that's the thing I noticed, that there's several small organizations that do, I know the frats at UMass Lowell in particular, they do it. And then there's some organizations, my company in particular does it. It'd be great. There's so many people communicating, connecting that thread where it's wow, now you have hundreds of people going around the entire city all at once.
Yeah.
Having a huge event, something like that, where
Yeah.
we can really measure and have people report back, have the DPW bring a big scale downtown and measure and be wow, we did this,
Make for a great flash mob.
Yeah, no, seriously.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
And then, there is the Lowell Litter Crew.
Yes.
Yeah, they do a lot.
They do a lot.
canals too.
They do.
I know there's some when they do canals, they have to have Parks and Rec and Canal something. That,
Because there's 18 owners of the canal.
Yeah,
so they need
it has
everyone
to
there,
be
yeah.
coordinated and approved and whatever. That's the other thing I wanted to talk to Chris about when he came, is if they have some sort of, I thought he wanted to do some sort of program with schools.
Yeah, something that
I
can,
don't know if it was just composting or, I thought he wanted to reach out to schools and do something.
Yeah.
And education definitely, because the kids take the education home to their parents.
And the one thing I want to ensure with this is that we're not promoting like, well, there's going to be this system in place, so keep the littering because we got to pick it up.
No, right,
You know,
right,
I
right.
want to like maybe
Oh, yeah.
like a
Stop it before it
5-year
happens.
plan where it's like we collect 4 tons of litter in the first year, and I want that to be 1 ton, like by year
Right.
10. You know, something like that.
Yeah,
where, like,
yeah,
it's
so there's
sustained.
less and
So it's
less
like we're
need.
educating, like we are helping this, like we're raising the awareness, but let's find those sources, let's find those systems that are causing this, you know?
Yeah, and we do, I am, like, I'm sure he'll fill us in, like, the trash cans are always overflowing, and I don't
Mhm.
know, you know, I don't know, maybe he can explain, and I was gonna ask him if we can have, you know, recycle bins next to our trash, and there's
Yeah.
gotta be some sort of, I'm sure it's.
I like the
I'm
solar
sure-
compacting ones where you open it, it goes in, the trash stays in there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the ones
And
that
it
you
can
see.
fit more trash.
Exactly, because they
compact.
compact it, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
also, it, like, if it's a windy day, nothing's gonna blow out because it's covered.
Yeah, I think they
Yeah,
have those on
but
there.
maybe Chris Sullivan will,
Yeah.
City used to have a contract with, what's that company? Can't remember their name, but doing the compacting,
Right.
solar, something belly.
Yes,
Yeah.
is it Solar Belly?
Um,
I can't think of
Oh,
it.
AC, yeah.
Yeah.
AC Belly.
And they
No,
had
to
so
that
much maintenance
point-
issues that they discontinued the contract because all these composting machines just kept breaking down and they had to just take them off the street.
Yeah. AC, did you want to say something?
Yeah, no, to both Jay's point and then, Billy's point, what happened, we had that presentation, I thought it was Paul St. Cyr, maybe it was Chris Sullivan, about the new trash. They were supposed to be getting all new trash receptacles. Can we have a follow-up meeting with him on what's going on with getting new receptacles in? I mean, I'm just talking normal, not necessarily the public ones. Do you remember that? They
yeah,
had a meeting where I was really inspired where they were gonna have the cameras and the trays that picked up like, oh, if this should be construction waste, you can't put it in a regular stream. This is bio waste. Like, what happened to
I
that?
think
Where
the
did that
The
go?
cameras were in the dump trucks, right? Not the receptacles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, they're in the dump trucks and the receptacles themselves are supposed to get tagged if they need to get replaced for faster, you know, because we don't have any enforcement going on.
They're
So
writing
they're
tickets.
supposed to get tagged,
They.
right, by manually.
Yeah, manually.
Manually, yeah.
I know, if we put 10% of the amount of enforcement we have for parking in this city into
Yeah.
trash
Yeah, well, they're
enforcement,
not, yeah.
it'd
they
be-
do
it'd eat off the
enforce-
streets.
I would like to see someone catch that nip bandit that's going around the Highlands, that's just throwing.
That one, like there's one.
There's a nip, no, I'm telling you, someone is throwing a raspberry smear, I just picked some up this morning, raspberry Smirnoff nips everywhere
Oh,
in
you
the
should see in front of
Highlands.
Excel Liquors.
It's everywhere,
There.
it's.
I've had nips thrown at me on my way home.
But it's,
And then what sucks is they're
it's all
not
just,
recyclable.
it's
It was
all
outside, I got-
raspberry Smirnoff, and it's like, and there's like 10 of them,
Somebody doesn't want to get caught.
but it's like, what
Yeah,
the
that,
What happened to the days of the peppermint schnapps?
yeah.
My
Still
goodness.
McGillicuddy.
At least get to
Tyler
doctors
Park
or
forever.
something. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I feel like if someone was made an example of, maybe people would stop littering so much, and I think it should be the nip.
I just.
I think if they could turn those in for
Yeah.
a nickel or a dime, they wouldn't be all over the place.
That's another thing.
Shame.
That's another thing that we could chat about is the state was proposing to raise the bottle deposit back
Yeah.
to 10 cents,
Yeah,
like
we
it
should
is in
talk
2
about
other
that, too.
states.
Yeah.
And that would be something that we should talk
Add it
about.
to non-carbonated.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Or have
yeah.
Market Basket fix their
How many-
machines so I
How many
can go
water
and do it.
bottles you see? like,
Yeah,
half
I mean, that could
Yeah.
help with litter too.
Yeah, having an incentive, and I hate to frame it in this way, but when you have you know, in a community like Lowell that's focused more on day-to-day money, it is important to have systems like that in place. And maybe even proposing a, like, you know, when you go to Europe, there are municipal buildings that have those bottle deposit machines.
Oh, do they?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so they're like not just in stores, but they're actually like standalone
Yeah.
facilities.
Oh,
that,
that's brilliant.
yeah, and they have them on the streets too.
That would be nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
What
yeah,
happened to the ban on those little nip bottles?
Some places have
Well,
bans
I think-
on
I
it.
think
I think-
Massachusetts
I
is
think
phased to
Boston
do
was
it
doing that.
by a certain year.
ban on what?
Nip bottles.
There's
Oh.
cities
'Cause they're not
and towns
recyclable.
around that
I know,
have
they're not- yeah,
or
they're not
Trying
recyclable.
to.
Yeah. Anyway, I.
We do
think-
have, so we have a list of stuff to talk to Chris about.
So,
Yes.
yeah, so we might,
Just have a waste day.
well, we
Yeah.
could,
Yeah.
so,
And we
yeah.
should look at that bill.
So,
Put that on the
yeah,
agenda.
if Chris Sullivan gets here, we can talk tonight a little bit more about it, but if not, definitely encourage, trying to get him to another meeting and kind of like making this a bigger, broader
Yeah,
topic and flush out some of these really good ideas. So,
maybe we could have representative too from like Casella.
Casella, yeah,
I know they're not like the vendor for everyone here, but they do, you know, some private management, and they pride themselves in sustainability and
Right.
see how some of the things they've been considering for that.
okay, so I'm gonna say proposed item, agenda item for like future meeting
I know
will be,
Tiana would definitely.
litter.
It'll probably be next month and I can't be here.
We can do it
We
for
can do it
another
another
meeting.
time. I want to talk trash with everyone.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely maybe invite like little litter crew to see if they wanted to do a collaboration. But anyway, yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah, these are great ideas.
That's all I wanted to share on that, is starting to think of some competitions and strategic ways where we can propose the system behind it and you know, keep it up, and
Yeah.
that's good.
No, I love that.
I think people are scared to pick up litter. I think they're, you know, they don't know, it's, you know, it's a sanitary thing, but I also
Mhm.
think some people think like, well, it's not my litter, I'm not gonna pick it up type thing.
Gloves? Yeah.
I think also the like, the homeless population contributes a little bit to that in conjunction with kind of what you're saying with the waste receptacles that are available to them
Yes.
Yeah.
are subpar, so.
And it is
already.
interesting too, when I notice on my way here, the barber shop on the corner, right near Brothers Pizza, there is a public receptacle right there, and all around the
It's
receptacle.
just trash everywhere except the receptacle.
Except the receptacle.
Yeah.
So it's almost like yeah. I did landfill diversion at the university, and we dealt with this all the time. You have a battery bin that has a hole the size of a battery, and you would not believe what we would find in that, except batteries. Like, you would have to force things down there, and it literally in bold would say batteries only. So I know that some people just aren't thinking, and they're not
Yeah.
looking, but I could talk
Human
about this for
nature,
a lot,
yeah.
lot
What
of
a-
comments I have on that.
They're crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't want to take time away, so.
Yeah, no, I mean, we have some time, so this is good. So it's 7:21, we are going to table the, so I've got that item on a agenda for a future meeting, the litter discussion, and we'll flesh out those ideas some more, because I think there's a lot of momentum behind it. We will table, motions D and E to write letters of support, because I think Ryan's going to present those at another meeting, and he's not here. So we've got up next, Vic, your motion to invite State Rep Kara Hong to a future meeting to debrief us on Sustainability Day at the State House.
Yeah, I just saw, he posted, and it's in the packet, that there was a Sustainability Day at State House. And I guess in hindsight, we probably could have gone. But I'm like, oh man, I wish I could pick his brain, you know, we should pick his brain to see if he came across anything that he thought we could implement here.
Yeah,
But I guess we have to, you know, we have to vote on it to invite him. So
Yeah.
that was I was
I think that's great.
gonna make a motion to invite him.
Those are my coworkers sitting right there too, so they can speak.
No
on it,
way.
too.
oh, there you go. Invite everybody
Yeah,
that was there.
yeah.
All right, so that's your motion?
Yeah, to invite Tara Hong to debrief us on what he learned and if he thought there's anything we could do here in Lowell, implement in Lowell.
I'll second.
Okay. It's a pretty straightforward, everybody voting in favor? Great, all right, we will,
Oh, and sorry, this just came to my head. This is so going back to the stretch code, I don't want to start that conversation right now, but the company I work for, Weston and Sampson, we bid on some municipal, I don't know if everyone's familiar with the municipal energy manager grants. Catherine was a municipal energy manager, and then now
Oh, yeah.
that's how she got into this pipeline.
Yeah.
She actually spoke at the event last week in Northborough, so I run into her a lot now. But what happened is, we were talking a lot about those stretch codes, and I've been in conversations with the DOER, MAPC, which, if you know, there's the Planning Commission for Metropolitan Boston. And I said, I'm working with municipalities, I'm sitting on a public seat, like, we're all asking, like, yes, we know it might raise prices 3%-ish, according to an MIT study. What is the payback? And the answer is they don't know right now.
Oh, wow.
So they're actually doing a lot of these studies right now. So the DOER and MAPC are working on these studies, and they're soon to come, hopefully by the end of this year.
Okay.
So I just wanted to let everyone know that those studies are coming out. I know we already voted on it, but
No, that's good to
to
know.
provide some more information on that, because for them it's very new as well. And I mean, personally, with the towns that I'm working with, we're the municipal energy manager for MRPC, which is Montechusett Regional Planning Committee,
Where's that?
like Leominster area.
Oh, okay.
Leominster's the seat of that.
I should know that.
And then Fairhaven. And one of the issues with these towns is some towns aren't even green communities yet. They're not wanting to adopt the stretch code, never mind the specialized stretch code. And a lot of it is like they don't know what it's gonna look like in the coming years. So I just want to let everyone know that I'm gonna keep an eye on that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, I would be curious to see what the payback studies say.
Yeah. I'm sure there'd be positive I'm sure there'd had to be some modeling done into this for such a large policy that's gonna affect a lot of towns in a housing crisis.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that they didn't go into that blind, they just wanna run a few more, whatever they're doing.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
Can I just interject? I was at a conference today, the Local Energy Solutions Conference in New Hampshire. It gathers together all the municipal players in the state
Yeah.
in Manchester once a year, and they talk about different initiatives. And I participated in one program on affordable housing scenarios in energy. And a gentleman did a code study. He's an ASHRAE guy, he's an engineer. And he did a comparison between bringing, and this is a little, not exactly to your point, Bill, but similar. This was having to do with a building. So they looked at the energy code that they're currently using in New Hampshire was 2018, the International Energy Code. They want to bring it up to the current 2024 standard. And
I think you're off mute.
I'm on mute still.
Oh, just kidding,
I
sorry.
think we're good now, right?
okay, anyway, the New Hampshire Home Builders Association argued against doing so, and they defeated the bill. So we're still with the 2018 standard. But the reason they defeated the bill was because they said it's going to be something like 4 times more expensive to, it was going to be, forget the numbers, it was going to be much more expensive to follow the new code than it would be worth to just, then it'd be more expensive to follow the new code, and therefore, let's not do it because it's going to be very expensive. And so this particular engineer gathered a team together, and they looked very closely at a 40,000 square foot multi-unit residential wood frame building, and they did the analysis, and I'm going to get the study. So if you're interested, I can pass it along.
Love that.
Yeah,
But
40,000
the-
square foot, how many units?
30, I think.
That's a great study to.
It's a $10 million project, so it's
Yeah.
$250 a square foot.
Okay.
You know, affordable housing. The end result was that this is much, they were gonna save $250,000 over the 30-year lifespan on energy. So about, what's that, $8,000 a year. And so, yeah, you have to spend a little bit more money to bring the building up to the new code, But if you're gonna save that much more energy, it's a no-brainer. You just have to figure out how to make the numbers work.
Also at a time where conserving energy is like the most important thing, with
Well,
the
and we were
data
trying to
center
make that
stuff,
point,
you know,
right,
like,
last year,
it's,
here
we
at
need to
this,
save it, yeah.
at this table.
Yeah.
And we couldn't because we didn't have enough data. We had
Right.
that gentleman from the state who was great, but he had just projects that were just this is a granular report
Sure.
that I think anybody could really sink their teeth into and come up with some, agree with the study,
I agree.
Yeah,
or at least see where the study came from.
A little bit more applicable to Lowell too,
Yeah.
multifamily housing
Yeah.
development,
Right.
I think is great.
Right, so if you're interested, I'll send that along.
Please do.
yeah, we are, maybe we can make it an item to kind of just, once
Review.
we've all reviewed it,
Yeah.
we can talk a little bit about it and how it might apply to Lowell. All
I
right.
think it'd be good too to get a list of all the proposed projects too, if we really wanted to do a deep dive in that and just kind of like on the side by ourselves, like maybe see like the projects that are going on
Yeah.
and how this could affect it and whatnot. I don't know the feasibility of
There's a
that.
bit going on right now.
There's a lot. I see a lot of requests for permits when I'm on my
Oh,
walks.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool, all right, is there anything else on this one? I guess we're on the state, so, yeah,
We're good?
all right, cool. So, next is, new business, sustainability division updates. I know Catherine is out, in Toronto doing, exciting front-runner city energy stuff, so that's great. But what are you guys up to?
All right, so the latest of the solar that went on, that's sitting on the roofs right now, 4 places, you had, Wang, Robinson, McAuliffe, and the high school.
Yeah.
Those should be fired up probably at the end of November.
Beautiful.
So, yeah, and then, in the works are, panels going on at Shaughnessy and Sullivan schools. And, with the new Smart 3.0 coming out, we're gonna go look at the garages again, because the only garage that kind of panned out before was the lower locks. The others weren't economically feasible, so we're gonna look at the other 4 garages, I think. The Roy, the Downs, Ayotte, and the Early. So we can see about canopies on those.
Oh,
Canopy,
wow.
okay, I
Yeah,
was gonna
I was
ask
looking
if the,
at canopies, yeah.
yeah.
How large would those arrays be? Like say,
Yeah, I don't know. They would, the company we're working with, they would.
Pretty big though.
study.
Yeah.
Good size.
That's awesome.
And then the drinking water plant, that's going under some big-time renovations that'll be starting up. So as part of that, we're working in, they have solar over there now,
Yeah.
but all that's gonna be replaced and even made a little bigger than
Oh,
what it is
wow.
now.
Oh, so they're like retooling the panels that are there?
Yeah, well, those will be defunct, if you will,
Yeah.
and just replaced.
Yeah, they've had those for a while. And Shaughnessy and Sullivan have had panels up there already, right?
Shaughnessy did,
Shaughnessy, yeah.
yes.
So are they kind of,
Because they redid the roof.
Yeah.
So they have to come down anyway. So,
I
and then
see.
they were already, say, at least half their lifespan was gone, so
yeah,
they're gonna get new ones put on there.
cool.
Yeah.
Do you know if they'll be recycling the panels? Do you know how that
Uh,
works?
I don't know what happened to the old panels that were
Because
there.
I know, it
Yeah.
seems like there should be maybe
Yeah.
somebody could use them maybe.
So,
You're right, somebody could use them.
Yeah.
I actually
That's-
had someone ask me about, hey, when you do the next project, I'd
Sure.
like to use them for power my greenhouse or something, yeah.
yeah, that's something that I actually that's a project that I did back in 2016. I'm revisiting it again with the UMass Lowell Engineering Department. We used solar panels that UMass Lowell had. I don't know from what it was, but we brought them down to Dominican Republic and put them. It's a 5 kilowatt project, and put it into a rural school down there.
Oh, wow.
And so for the rest of the I pretty much was the project manager for the project, but all the other parts of the project we got donated from companies as well. But we did fund shipping the panels from here. Literally, I was the one packing the pallet
Yeah,
to get it shipped. So that's usually the that would be something great to kind of, because there is some life for them, and then that would be inapplicable. I don't know if I would even see it here in the United States, but
Yeah.
Wow, that's, yeah.
yeah.
You know
No, that's
Zeta?
something I'll bring up and look into.
No, I did
How do
it
you find out what happened to the
with
Shaughnessy
Mr.
guys? Pawtucket School.
Nisreki.
Up in New
Oh,
Paltz
my
on it
God,
at
Yes.
some point, too.
Yeah,
I know very well.
Is it
So we're gonna
re-
revisit
so
for
every
2026.
year, yeah.
That's a lot of,
It's a lot of solar going, yeah.
So would you want to run a similar program with Dominican Republic in 2026, or would it be somewhere else?
We don't know, so we're kind of talking about it,
Yeah.
so that's kind
This
of in the
could be a
planning,
good-
so
That could be a good
maybe.
connection.
And I'll connect you with one of my colleagues, Zeta. She's getting her PhD in solar recycling.
Okay.
So, remind me after.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, so can we not throw the panels away? Can we like make sure that
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
They
find
don't
out
go in
what,
the-
what happens
yeah,
to them,
let
you
us know what happened.
Hopefully
If
they
they're
don't
sitting
go in the
somewhere,
landfill.
if they're sitting somewhere, we could put them in a garage or something, and then we can have Liliana ship them out.
We'll ship them to your house. You can
I don't have
We'll
room.
find, we'll find a
stack 'em up in
place
your
for
front
them.
lawn.
Yeah, yeah.
You can build a
Fine.
fort with them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll find a place, you
Yeah.
know?
That was pretty much it, we
But
had,
that's great, that's like,
I don't even remember how
Recycling.
we brought them from UMass Lowell over to my uncle's house, and we were in the driving.
oh, was it?
Yeah,
Oh,
Richard.
Richard. Yeah,
And
yeah.
so we were like, we put the pallet down, we got plywood to put it like, and most of them made it, we only had one break on us.
You know what's crazy? I actually, so when I did specialized recycling at UMass Lowell, I got rid of solar panels and I don't remember where they went.
Oh, shit.
So don't blame me. I'm just saying I had to carry them to a facility and
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
we were trying to sell them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I still-
cool. I'm glad you brought that up. Let's, I don't know, let's find out where they're going. If you can, if you know, if you have the deeds.
Yeah, I will. I'll
I'm
find
sure
out
there's
what
an
happened to
organization
Shaughnessy.
that would
Yeah.
take 'em
But water,
since
drinking water
2016.
plants a little
Right.
bit down the road,
Yeah,
so.
and they have huge panels over there.
Yeah, that's
right?
a pretty-
There's a big
That's the one
array.
on
Right, it's got
Pawtucket
this-
Boulevard?
Yeah.
On the roof end, there's a ground mount.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right,
And the other
well,
things we got going on, I gotta do phase 2 of the library lighting to get that 100%.
oh yeah, how's that going?
And then, well, that's in the works. So that'll start up sometime this fall. And then phase 2 of the Wang School lighting project.
Cool. We're gonna save a lot of
Yeah.
money.
I'm glad that you guys are doing the canopies or looking into it downtown. This would be excellent.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fun. I love a canopy.
Yeah.
Same. They'll make our garage look better. And more people will wanna park in them. Oh, and some charging maybe we get some charging stations, on top with the arrays or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there is charging stations in the garages already.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that on top. There are places communities that will only put charging stations at the top
Yeah,
of their parking garages.
yeah, could have a little of both
at
maybe.
the top.
Yeah, they have kind of a safety reason for it, I guess, you know.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fire.
Yeah, yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
sense, yeah.
Cool. Those are great updates. Thanks. Any questions about those or anything? All right, cool. So I've got a note just saying that Jay and Liliana may be recycling panels for lucky recipients. Cool. Okay, upcoming events and announcements. So this weekend we have the Lowell Drives Electric event. That is from 12 to 4 over at what might still be called Heritage Ice Cream. I don't know if it's still called that, but everybody knows it as Heritage Ice Cream. So that'll be fun. I think, so I'll be tabling that, and I think Ryan, if there's another person that is available that wants to show up for some of it or part of it, it's always nice to have an alternate.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm gonna
You
stop
can't, you
in.
can't, but,
I don't-
oh, great.
I've only got like a half hour now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so, you know.
It's a Saturday.
I always work every Saturday.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't help.
Yeah, yeah. It's okay if you can't.
How did the last tabling go?
I might
Oh.
stop by with the pups again.
What's that?
Said I might stop by with the pups again. It was a good event.
Yeah, that's a great place for the pups. Awesome. The last tabling event went really well. It was at the Mill City Grows Harvest Fest. So it was me, I think Ryan had his wife was sick or something, so it was me, but, Mary showed up and my brother showed up with his family, so, I wasn't by myself or anything, but it was good. We talked to some good people. The foot traffic was okay. And it was like a really nice event, like people were down at the farm, like people were at the food truck. It was really nice. We got to talk to some people, and we had all those materials. Thank you very much for providing those, for us. The Home Modernization Navigator. We did have an issue, and I'm glad I thought of this. When I tried to click the link for that survey, about the location of the EV chargers, it would give me like the 404 page not found. So that would be a great thing to bring. I don't know if the survey's still open. Do you know if it's still, maybe that's why? 'Cause
It may not be, but I will check.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
If you have a chance to check tomorrow before the event on Saturday, that'd be great.
Yeah. I can check
I'm sorry I didn't bring it up before this, I just
tomorrow.
remembered. It's that Lowell Drives Electric event, so like EV charging survey would be probably pretty nice. I can certainly just ask people if it's not, if the survey's not still up, I can ask people and report back to you all on what people say based on that. I was going to ask for if there was any, possibility to get us like a tablecloth. Just because we look a little poor.
Actually, funny you mentioned that, because
Did you get candy? Candy for swag?
You know what the kids love is they love those rocks. I brought some garden rocks to like hold the papers down. All the kids love the rocks. So I'm gonna bring more rocks.
So you didn't have any at the end of the day?
No, I told people like, you gotta wait till the end of the day.
This is my new favorite swag. I got this today. It's a Band-Aid.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Ah.
it's
Oh,
a great
wow.
idea.
Yeah.
It's a band, like a case.
Yeah, there's
Band-Aid.
like probably 10 Band-Aids in
Yeah.
there. so-
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
it's
That's
great.
handy.
Wow.
And you get to, put your name on there and
Okay.
your logo. It's, yeah, I'm gonna put,
I've never seen that. I have a
No?
bunch of chapstick from
yeah.
table,
Yeah,
tables.
good idea.
We should do branded litter grabbers.
Yep.
There we
You
go.
can do that. Yep. I'm sorry, you were gonna say something. And
Oh, I was just gonna say that I actually had to do a similar endeavor recently, is getting a tablecloth.
Yeah.
So I have a contact for you for the city.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if the city has tablecloths.
You can rent them for the day.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I have to bring it back.
I'm not sure if they could get one with, the Sustainability Council,
Logo?
put on it or something like
Yeah,
that.
that would be cool, but
So I'll just have to I'll ask Catherine and see what's left in like in Victor's sort
Oh,
of
yeah.
outreach.
Oh,
Maybe
sweet.
we'll to do something through that.
okay, thanks.
I just took two very lightweight, sort of Afghani kind of very thin coverings off two chairs that I had to get rid of.
Yeah.
And they're light green. They would probably work in a pinch if you don't have anything.
For tablecloths?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
the city may just have some
With the city
with the
seal on
city
it.
seal.
That would be
That's the
fun.
ones I'm-
That'd be awesome.
You could use that until we
Yeah.
can see about getting branded ones.
All right, cool. Can I stop by tomorrow for like a table or something?
I'm not in
I'll be,
tomorrow.
No worries.
I'll be in, but where would I get the tables? I can get one.
I borrowed one from my friend last time, and
Yeah.
I don't know if.
I know sometimes they borrow tables.
I have a table if you need it, too.
Like a foldable?
What time?
Fair.
6
go.
foot,
Yeah,
foldable,
yeah.
What time are you going?
I'll be down there at like 11:45.
Oh, never mind.
Maybe the case office has
Does
some to
Victor have a
borrow.
table?
Maybe Victor does, but the case is right, that is right downstairs
Yeah.
on the ground
Yeah,
floor. They might have something to borrow.
All right, I'll be
Yeah.
downtown tomorrow, so just maybe stop by, and if not, I'll
Yeah.
give you a shout.
Mm-hmm.
My friend might let me borrow one, but I figured.
I do in a pinch also, I do have portable tables, but I've used them out in the field, so they've got mud and rock or dust.
I
So
don't
you would
want
definitely
to
need a
charity.
Yeah.
But they're foldable and
But thank you.
you.
But thank you.
if you get that tablecloth, who'd know?
Yeah, I have a tablecloth for Saturday, because I'm doing like a dual table with my job, and so I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone. But just for like for future events, to know that we can just borrow a tablecloth would be super, because I forgot to bring them up last time. And
Okay.
So are there any other events or announcements that people want to
Yes.
raise? Yeah,
Oh, go ahead, you first.
I did have one.
yeah,
This is the one I mentioned really quick.
yes.
Well, I can talk really quick, but I'll try. Next Tuesday, the Ways and Means Committee are meeting at the behest of the governor. And this is open to the public, so if anyone can try and get a link or more information or attend. This, they're meeting, with a panel of economists as well. And it's kind of a state, emergency on the state of the economy in the state and federal funding. And this is going to impact the Mass Ready Act, which was put out by the governor. It includes the environmental bond bill, and which is it's S-2542 with a companion House Bill 1004. They do expect to see cuts between the state economy and the federal dollars coming in. And this also includes moving towards electrification. We expect to see cuts in. The environmental bond bill will be discussed heavily here. There's going to be a lot of cuts to that, including housing resiliency and flooding for municipalities, flooding support. So, we're going to take a backseat to anything we try. When an area floods out, they're gonna get any money there is. So, I don't know if anyone can attend that. That was my announcement. I wanted just 3 minutes. I cannot go. So if anyone can attend that hearing. This is one of the only hearings. Everything else has died for the year. It'll probably come up with new language. It's already being rewritten. We see the same bills year after year. And we'll see them again in January, even though it's technically 2 years for bills. The language, it's quietly killed. If you see it says in committee, that means it's being quietly killed. But we expect that the environmental bond bill, we will not see any more movement on that as far as funding and suppliers. So if anyone is interested and wants to attend, that would be a good one.
So that's Tuesday, at the State House?
That's next Tuesday, yeah, but it's open to the public. I believe they still do things via Zoom. I'm not sure you can speak, you have to request to speak.
Okay. If you want to send the details out to, all of us, just so we can have it, we'll try to see.
That's what,
You know?
no, that's what, when I saw those, motion to write a letter of support for all these bills, I'm like, all those bills have quietly been sent to die.
Oh, well, way to end it on a nice note. But
Well,
no, I
the
know what
good
you, I'm
thing
kidding,
is,
I'm kidding.
there's more grassroots
Sure.
movement. You see more groups like this, our voices are becoming very important.
Yep,
Otherwise, these things will die,
yep.
No one wants to pay attention when there's big ticket items involving money and funding sources. So it's good to keep reminding people, keep it fresh in their minds.
Yeah, thanks for reminding everybody. So Tuesday, yeah, if you want to send the details out, that would be great. And thank you for raising that and getting everybody aware of that. Jay, you wanted to say something?
Anna, great segue. There's an event on
Uh-oh.
October 18th. It's called the No Kings Day. And, our current administration is cutting wind power projects that are ready to provide power to 1 or 200,000 homes. Projects like that are being executed in DC, and No King's Day is an opportunity for folks to step up and be counted and say, look, we don't agree with this. So I just want to make sure that folks know that's Saturday the 18th, and there's one in Lowell. The address is not made public. You have to
boarding house
register.
park.
Pardon?
It's a boarding house park,
Oh, it is? Okay.
12:30 to 2:30.
Thanks.
Yeah, my neighbor's going to that as well. I am not American, so I will not be attending the protest. I've been advised everything I do needs to be public right now for monitoring, so I'm trying not to kill the vibe.
Well, thanks. We just had Sunday too. We just had Bill McKibben's Sunday on the 21st, which was cool. So that's like a past event.
Sure, so Catherine mentioned last month about the DCR grant with the urban forestry.
Oh, yeah.
Our first community engagement event is this Sunday at the Run for Nature.
Oh, that's the Sunday, the Run for
Yeah,
Nature.
so you can see me tabling with some fun engagement.
Oh, cool.
Because I don't know if I made it aware that I'm one of the people working on that project through Weston and Sampson. But I'd love to see some people there, got some fun activities. We have a big map of Lowell, the tree canopy, get some push pins that are green that
Yeah.
represent trees, where you can see more trees.
Okay.
Where
Have
is it?
some- At Shed Park.
Okay.
And then our second one is gonna be next Friday, weather dependent. If it's gonna rain, it'll be the Friday after the 10th, but Friday the 3rd will be at the Community Teamwork Lowell Farmers Market, tabling there as
Very
well.
cool.
We'll have some fun activities for children along with adults and some, I just got the postcard yesterday. We have postcards we're handing out. So it's all to have people engaged, know about that there is going to be a tree committee coming up on the horizon. I'm developing that with Weston Sampson, with the city, with Cynthia, and we are just having people pre-register basically for this, so we can get a list of names, people interested, and then through the process that we had through this council, sending in resume, going through a semi-interview process, and narrowing down people to serve on a committee to represent trees. We're titling it the Urban Forestry Committee because it's specific to Lowell.
Oh, that's great.
So I'm doing a lot of research right now on what that looks like. I have connections past, I have an arborist who's on a tree committee in Somerville I'm meeting with to chat about it, but would love to see everyone there. It's gonna
Yeah.
be fun.
You gotta get Brian on that tree committee.
Oh, I need his info.
Try to keep them off.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm excited for that, and we're going to be holding a focus group coming up soon with some constituents that we picked out to help guide this process. But I'm happy to take suggestions and would love to see you there and engaging with some of our stuff. I also have stickers, so you gotta get yourself a sticker.
Yeah, it would be great to have you, as this goes along, maybe like present to the Sustainability
Absolutely.
Council on like your progress and like what the goals are and like, so I'll put that for like maybe a future meeting and we'll decide which one.
Let's do like January.
Okay.
Yeah.
January. Cool. Do you have, is there a Facebook, event for this that we can share as a little Sustainability Council to just help promote it?
Yes, so the Lowell Communications Department's gonna be posting on their social media streams soon.
Okay.
I also just submitted a brief article to Inside Lowell.
Oh, great.
Talking about our tabling events. What is a committee? What is a tree committee? What is an urban forest? Why is this important? Highlighted the fact that this is not coming from taxpayer money. This came from a DCR grant based off of the based off the progress that we made in 2023 with the urban forest master plan. I left it very vague, but I just wanted to show people that if they're interested about this, come to these events, understand that this is going on, why it's important. So yes, there's plenty of coverage I've been working on.
Sweet,
Yeah.
okay. We'll do, we'll look out for it on Facebook and try to share it as the
Perfect.
Local Sustainability Council page.
Yes.
To
Send it
get
to the
people.
350 mass guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great
I
idea.
actually did a separate community engagement event for a different project in Holliston, and we shared a table with them.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, I've been third weekend in a row working on the weekend, so I'm really
Okay.
excited for that to
So
stop.
you don't have to work the EV.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give you a break there. You're working Sunday anyway. All right, well, if anybody wants to go for a run or check out the pins on Sunday, do it.
It'd be wicked fun. So.
One other thing I'll bring up is we've talked about the Markley Data Center here. There is a subcommittee, a dual subcommittee of, it's like environmental and neighborhood subcommittee that's happening on the 30th. So that's coming up quickly. That is Tuesday. So if anyone wants to go, it's like, I think an opportunity for like discussion and input and questions being asked and heard and all that fun stuff. So,
Are you gonna go?
would not miss it.
I know 350 Mass is going.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going.
And read Michaela's article.
Yes, and
that-
yes,
Didn't you guys both?
I only did like 5%.
we
That
did.
that was
Surprised you
It's
put
good
my
to
name
have,
on
it's
that.
good to
very
have,
thorough.
it's good to have you.
Great.
I'm not good at writing, so,
Did you read that, Jay?
I didn't, no, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you did.
But I do remember Catherine talking about maybe doing some liaison work with National Grid or,
Markley.
I mean, Markley,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, they had a meeting and she debriefed us on that. So that's included in the meeting last meeting, but, the overall feeling, I think, was that we had not very many, sticks and only carrots, you know, to work with them, and make demands, but we'll see, you know, we'll see what happens, and, yeah, it'll be nice to hear, what the discussion and what the answers kind of, that are given on Tuesday shed light on.
I think on an optimistic note, today in the conference, there was a lot of talk, a lot about the federal supports going away for the solar and wind industry. The what are they, the ITCs, I think they are?
Yes.
Yep.
And the good news is that because they're going away, there's more support in some ways for doing more solar, more wind, because now it's a level playing field. You can't have somebody at a city council meeting say, oh, you guys are just doing this because you're getting the extra money. When it's a level playing field, there's, that argument goes away. So that's a positive. And, so I just want to bring that up.
What's also positive is I just noticed a huge wind project just got overruled that it's going to start again.
Yeah,
I don't know if you-
Revolution.
Yes, that one. I couldn't remember
Yeah.
so many of them. But I think you're seeing that with these bills, and there's a lot of, like, a period where it goes through the courts, and then it's like, oh, wait, no, it's actually gonna go
Yeah.
through. So I think it's
Yeah.
It's a delay.
It's been a lot of hardships, but at the end of the day, I feel like, oh, I'm reading, I'm like, oh, this is actually, that's why I'm even waiting with ITC. I'm writing proposals, I'm still putting it in there, just to see if it, just uncertainty, kind of have disclaimers about it.
Isn't that wind project, though, that came back online still threatened by the Supreme Court?
So-
I think it got over, but that they haven't started it yet again, the construction again, but I think they're in the clear, like they're,
I think most of them,
I-
yeah.
Really?
just one.
I do
This
have
is just
que-
one.
I do have-
Revolution one.
Empire Wind got
I do
clear
have
too.
questions as to how legal a lot of this is. I mean, because the president makes this declaration and they cut the funding, I mean, all these contracts that have been agreed to and signed and a lot of work is already in progress. Can they use a force majeure for these contracts, or how is this legal for them to just, oh, it's over now?
I think that's what they're finding is that a
there's-
lot of them aren't. So
Right.
that's why it takes a few months for it to go through the court system, and then they're finding that that ruling is illegal. So they're just,
Would that qualify as a force majeure, though?
I'm not, force majeure is like act of God, isn't it, or something?
Just
No, I don't know. I didn't think
What does that mean?
it's an act
this
of
is
the
out of us.
government.
We're just,
Like, when does that come
Yeah,
into
this is
play?
not, yeah, anyway, I will
What were
say,
you gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna say, just today, actually right before I came here, I was telling Jay, I saw that, the Department of Energy, a lot of the funding and the grants, have been, that were not obligated, so if they were still in negotiations and hadn't signed a contract yet, then they pulled 18 billion of them today. $18 billion. I just saw in the news just before I came here, so the good news for Lowell is, for our Renew America Schools grant, before the end of December, we really worked really hard to make sure, that everything was signed and we had a signed contract.
oh, beautiful.
thank
So
God.
it should not, unless, it should not impact us.
Good.
So-
But the 18 billion, what happened with that?
So,
Clap back.
the funding, he pulled it, President Trump.
Okay.
So if it wasn't, if you had maybe been awarded a grant, but you had not finished negotiations and signed those contracts yet, I imagine that those may go away. There'll probably be lawsuits, but that's happened
see in 3 months if that's deemed illegal even, you know. Yeah.
So are you worried about any of the other grants that you have kind of being in jeopardy? Good,
Because we sort of anticipated that, you know,
yeah.
changing of,
Administration.
administrations, that we really work to get everything, buttoned up.
Smart.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad, because
Very
that
smart.
sucks to have to do all that work
Yeah.
to get the
It's not
grant
easy.
and then have it just taken away. It really sucks. All right, it's 7:58. Does anybody have anything else they want to add?
Good.
Look at us.
We're efficient today.
All right, well, thanks, everybody. Motion to adjourn.
I need a motion. Motion to adjourn.
Second, yeah.
Second. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Great. All righty.